All right. I am back. So let us. I'm gonna leave you on starting soon for a second. Let me grab the link for the Unimog. Let me get into my Google Drive. So massive shout out to Papa Smurf. But that is the link to the Unimog. I will get it on. Let me throw you back on window. All right, back on. Mic is on. Link to the Unimog. Again, massive shout out to Papa Smurf. Let's get back under here and see if we can't continue with this mess straight back. So let's go to Square. We're on 88 and replace. Is it going to behave? Of course not. Let me take my speed down a little bit. All right, can we push this back? Of course not. What if we come in from this angle? No. Why is it getting, what does it want to get hung up on? Why? Nope. Does not want to behave. It's not going to behave. Come on, give me that little bit on the right-hand side. Let's try it at this angle. Oh, even at this angle, it doesn't want to behave. Why does it not want to behave? So if I come up here, why does it not want to? Did we mess something up coming back? Let's try it from back here. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it's so finicky. Don't know. Hoping I don't have to do the whole dig it out and fill it in thing. I'm hoping we could just continue straight down. Since we're doing just a straight run under the road. Welcome back, Sassy One, J Booth. Did y'all get the link for the Unimog? If not, I can repost it. I'll get it on we'll get it on the Trello board and on Facebook at some point tonight. 1018, hello. We are undermining the roads. Gotta thank you. Are more than welcome. So give a big shout out to Papa Smurf for letting us uh, use it. The Unimog fits in here with the. If you take the Unimog with the front 3-point hitch, with the small snowblower on the front, it's going to do an excellent job under here for mining. I, this is actually going fairly well. Got a long ways to go, but it's actually going fairly well. Let's not jinx ourselves yet. I gotta fix the platform where our new buildings are, because we had a lot of flickering in game. So I'm going to have to get rid of the overlap. What's the capacity of the Unimog? Offhand, I don't, but we could take a look at it. Remind me when we go jump in game, we'll take a look at it. Now, if we can once we get up here to where the silo is, actually, where's the silo? Where the two trains meet. We may be able to go under the silo and put an underground trigger there for a truck. Let me think about that. We could spawn the silo triggers back in and see if we can make it work. Well, I know I can make it work. We'll just figure out if we can make it work and look good. Underground trigger to this train silo? Oh, that would be awesome. We're getting there. Now, it's going to take forever to get all this mining product painted into the map. Once we figure out what we're going to put where. Still on track. We're getting close to that intersection. So if I come here and go straight up, where are we? Not too much further. Oh, we got to go past. Okay, past the monorail, and then we can make a right. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll hit a monorail upright, just so we can get a feel for where we're at. Okay, so we're at the curve. Hang on. So we got to go past the curve. Okay, there's the monorail. So much further past the monorail. So we got to go past the monorail, and then we're going to have to make a right. So this one I don't need. And then this guy, we can slide out of our way. So if I come down here and we go straight up, okay, that's past where I need to be. Perfect. Alright, so now we take this section here, and we're going to have to come in. Alright, a little bit too far on that side. So let's go back to 120. And we'll put a little bit back on this side. Put a little bit back on this side. Now we got to fix this platform where it's overlapped. Crap, I'm going to have to bring Wonder Worm back in, I think. Or we could just... I'm going to have to bring Wonder Worm back in. Let's go File, Import, Fishing, right? Yes. Let's get Wonder Worm back in place so I know where this platform has to go. Let's go to Placeables, Wonder Worm. Let's grab that, and I need 0, 90, and 0. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so why is Wonderworm not where it's supposed to be? Copy. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to have to make another smaller platform and move it back a little bit. So let's bring this guy back. We'll narrow it down. And it's got to come shorter this way so it's not overlapping. This way we'll get rid of that flickering. Why do I have some right there? Not sure. We'll see what it looks like in game. Alright, we got to undermine this. So let's go back to 88. Yeah, again, we're back to taking too much out and then putting it back. Because it's so hard to take it out with the editor. It's much easier to put it back in. Such a mess. Alright, let's just make a big mess and then we'll fill it back in. Alright, now let's go back to, let's come back over here. Alright, so back to 120. Let's just work our way around. No, come on. There we go. Now I gotta fix this little section here. Alright, so that should be good. So Wonderworm I could take back out. Now, where are we here? Oh, cool. Opening in is pretty good. So we'll come back this way. Then we're going to have to go this way. So let's go back to 88. So that monorail upright's going to have to get moved. Alright, so we came back over this way too far. So let's go 120. Fill this little edge back in. Now we should be going this way, then this. Oh, so I went too far. Okay. So let me fill this back in. And let's go back to 88. Because we have to go too far. We've got to go this way and then this way. So let me open this up. Such pain in the ass. Let's go back to 120. It's going to be worth it though, but it is a pain in the butt. Alright, so we should be into this cavity. And we are. And we have to go this way, and okay, and then this way. And then in through this opening. Now, can I make this opening a little bit wider? Maybe. Let's see if I can clip this corner off. See if we can. Let's see if that doesn't mess the top up. No, it does mess the top up. All right. I may have to make this one a little bit wider. Let's see if let's get a vehicle down here. We'll see if this opening is going to be big enough. So we'll have to drive all the way back here. But what we could do, let's see, this I'm not going to need. Let's push this one back. That we're not going to need. I'll push that one back. That can go. That way. That way. That one can go. Is this opening going to be big enough? Let's get. That can go. Maybe. Let's come back out here to the road. Alright, so this, hold on, we got to fix our entrance coming in. So that's our main road coming in. We come up here, we make a right, we come in here. Let's flatten that out a little bit. And then we'll come around, we'll come into through here. I'm hoping we can get the Unimog through here to get into this cavity. How do we look from the top? Do we mess anything up top? No, but I'm going to still get a little bit of flickering. Alright, so we're going to have to fix this so it doesn't overlap as much. Let's pull that back. Which means then I'm going to have to adjust this one a little bit. Alright, that should be good. We'll see what that looks like in game. So now we have our mine all the way back. Let's go look at the railroad silo. See if we can get an underground trigger. And where I could put the trigger. We could do, I could do a small road coming in here. Let me do a quick save. I think I have an idea on how we can get an underground trigger for the railroad silo. We won't need to fill our vehicles down there, but we should be able to dump down there. So I'm only going to put a trigger in that allows us to dump more product into the silo. Or we'll do both. We'll see. We'll see how we go. All right, let's grab this T section. Let's duplicate that. And we'll have to pull it down. That should be just enough room to dig in here a little bit and get a trigger under here. So what does that leave me here? So this section's going to have to come out. So we're going to have, what am I going to need in there? Probably a couple of 50s. Alright, hold on. Let's close. Let me scroll back up to the top a minute. Let's close that. Let's close the roads for a minute. I'm going to close those. Let's open the roads back up. I should have... What do I have over here? Anything? I have a 20. Can I make 20 work? Do I have a 50 over here? I do. Let's grab that 50. And let's pull it down this way. We'll see if it's going to be too long. We may have to go with the 20. Let's see, 0.5. Alright, that works there. And then we'll duplicate that again. How much of an overlap here do we have? That'll work. Now, so now we're going to have to, let's do this. Let us go to subtract, and let's pull out grass over here, grass over here. All right, let's go back to replace. Let's grab gravel. And we'll try and underpaint a little bit of this. That's a little bit too much. All right, let's try that again. You know what? I'm going to do dirt instead. It might be a little bit easier. Now, do I want to put a little section there, or is that going to give us enough room? All right, here's the bravery test. So 88 and replace. Let's dig. See, it goes too far. Let's dig a little bit of that out. Let's go back to 120. And let's bring some of it back. Now let's go to meadow, harvest ready. Let's put a little bit of grass back here. A little bit of grass back here. Alright, now what does that do for us? Alright, we're going to have to get this opening open. Alright, so 88. Are you going to behave? I just need enough room to put a trigger down here. Did that take too much away? So far, no. Is that going to give me room down here to dump? It might. What did that do to that corner? Let's take this a little bit out if I can. Right there, perfect. That should give us enough room to put a trigger down here. Now this trigger is going to be changed, so I'm going to have to rename it. All right, let's go close that. Let's get everything closed. All right, let's go File, Import, Placeables, Railroad, Railroad Silo 01. I'm going to go File, Export. I'm going to call it Railroad Silo 02. And let's delete that out for a minute. So let's go File, Import. Let's bring in Railroad Silo 2. I'm going to rename this number 2. I'm also going to need Placeables, Railroad Silo 01 XML, and this one's actually going to become number 2 for the i3D. Alright, so let's go, let me grab, let's go to Placeables. Where is it? Why do I not have my Railroad Silo 02 in here? Did I not put the triggers in for the second one? I didn't put the triggers. I didn't i3D map the second railroad silo. I know what I did wrong. I overrode this one with the second one. I believe, hang on, let me put these coordinates in. I done messed that up. Let's put these coordinates in for a minute. I believe this is going to be this other railroad silo. It is. Maybe. Let's fly across the map for a minute. No. Okay, so that is... Okay, that's... did I really messed this up now. I messed the triggers up for this silo. Oh, hang on. I've got them named... How I completely messed the triggers up for that silo. I'm gonna have to redo the triggers for that silo. I'm gonna have to rename this one Farm Silo. Am I using Farm Silo? Farmhouse, Farm Garage. We're not using Farm Silo. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo the triggers for that. This one needs to go to Farm Silo 01. And I'm going to have to redo those triggers. But that's not my problem for now. My problem for now is I need these coordinates and it's going to be 0, 0, and 0. So let's pop these in. So that's going to be back over here. All right, now, do I have... I need a set of warning stripes. Do I have a set of warning stripes in here? I don't. I'm going to need a set of warning stripes. I need something to mark the area underground. Train unload pit is not going to work. All right, let's do this. Let's go to placeables. I know I can steal one out of a factory. Let's go to mining. Let's go to coal mine. Let's open up the coal mine. I'm having trouble opening up two i3Ds, and I don't know why. I can't get the second one to pop up. It's been driving me nuts for like the last 2 weeks. I'm going to grab this grate. So let me grab, where's it at? What transform group? It's going to be this transform group. Let me grab this grate. Let's go File, Export. I'm going to go 4x, Maps, Map US, New Buildings. I'm going to just name it Grate. I want that, and I want this discharge pipe. Let's go File, Export Selection with Files. And let's save that. Close the coal mine without making any changes to it. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to not mess with this trigger yet. Let's go, I'm going to mess with this guy for a minute. Alright, let's go File, Import. I'm going to bring in the grate. And I'm going to come up here. Let's go Edit, Cut. Let's put it in here. I'm going to go File, Import. I'm going to bring in the discharge pipe. Let's go Edit, Cut, and paste. Alright, give me the grate first. Let me go down on my speed. Can't believe I messed the triggers up for my farm silo. Alright, let's go Edit, Interactive Placement. Bam, perfect. Let's put this grate here. And how's my height? Just about perfect there. Let's go File, Import. Nope. Cancel. Discharge pipe. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to need... So now I can come down here. Railroad Silo 2. And let's grab, we should have loading station. Let's grab our loading trigger 3, which is that one. Okay. So let me duplicate that one. That's going to be loading trigger number 4. And it's going to be too high. It's going to be too high. So let's lower this down. And let's lower that pipe down a little bit then. Alright, so that's that one. Let's come back down here. So that's going to be loading trigger 4 we have to add in. Now if I go to unloading station, I need another exact fill route node. So let me duplicate that one. And then that's going to become number 4. Now how high off the ground? I think right about there. Alright, so now let's go to, you know what? I think it stay underground for a minute. Alright, let's pull up Railroad Silo 1. Alright, hold on. What am I done with? Wonder Worm we're done with. Hatchery we're done with. Fish processing done with. Animal warehouse I'm done with. Alright, Railroad Silo 02, or 01. But my i3D is going to be named 2, which is fine. Alright, so we're going to need to add in another loading trigger. And then what number is it going to be? It is going to be 0, 2, and 4. So number 3 becomes 4. Number 3 up here becomes 4, and here becomes 4. And then I need another unload trigger. And then what number are you? You are 0, 3, and 8. So let's save that. Alright, so now we'll take Railroad Silo 02. Let's go File, Export Selection with Files, Placeables, Railroad Silo 02. We got to overwrite this one. And then I've got to delete it out for a minute. Let's just go over, let's pick a spot just over here. Alright, what's my number for coal? Bear with me a second. We're going to do a little test. Alright, so my number for coal is 5. Alright, so let's go to round. I'm going to go terrain detail height number 5, and then 6 and 7 is my height. Let's paint in a little bit of coal here, just for a quick test. And we'll add heights just 8 and 9 for a little bit extra. So let's take that off. So we'll have a little bit of coal under Mammoth Mill. All right. Let's do quick save. And then I got to, let's bring that down. All right, now we got to go back to placeables. Back to railroad silo 02. I have to I got to zero it back out. Now we should have the extra trigger underneath, so let's save that. Oh, I missed a zero. Let's try that again. Save that again. Alright, let's jump in game. Let's go save game 8. Let's make sure, I'm going to load all the mods. Let's see what kind of errors we get. It'll take a little bit longer to load this time. Oh, cool. So no errors. We're still error-free. Perfect. Alright, so let us... Is there anything back there I can teleport to? No, there is not. Alright, so let's grab... Wrong one. Let's grab some cash. Let's grab some speed. So we're going to have to run back here. I've got nothing back here I can teleport to yet. Alright. Store delivery mod. Now, what are they under? Are they under trucks? It is. This guy's under trucks. Let's go with the bigger engine even though I don't need it. 3-point hitch is already on the front. Don't need the front loader attacher. I'm just going to lease this guy like it is. And then under trailers... Under trailers? Yes. Let's grab this guy. So the largest capacity is 500,000 liters. So let's lease this guy. And let's go to miscellaneous. Let's grab the smaller snowblower. Alright, so let's jump in here. Nope. Alright. Zoom in a little bit. I gotta fix that opening a little bit. Alright, we're gonna go this way. I gotta get street lights under here. I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, slow it down, old man. Don't drive it like you stole it. I think I'm going to take the surface mining out. I'll leave the factories in, but I think we're going to take all the mining products off the ground up on above the map. I'm tempted to move all of the mines underground now. All right, we should have, coming up on our left, we should have our new trigger for the silo. Yeah, so there's the trigger for our silo. I may have to slide that out a little bit closer to the road. And then entrance here should go under Mammoth Mill. If I'm in the right mine, the correct mine. I am not in the correct mine. Alright, so where the heck is Mammoth Mill? Where did I put the mining material? I thought I put it under here. Is there another opening nearby? Did I put it under here? No. So where did the coal end up at that I put in the map to test this with? Did I not save the map? That's where our Unimog is. There wasn't any coal there. No, it shouldn't be back this far. What the heck happened to the coal that was underneath the ground? No, where did the coal end up at? Now I'm really confused. Because there was our trigger, or there is our trigger, and I thought this very first opening here had the coal. Or am I completely blind? No, there's no coal here on the ground. So what the hell? Oh, it's way back there. Okay. I'm losing my mind. Alright, so let's get the pipe out. I own the entire map, so we should be able to pick this up. I don't have the farmlands painted in yet. Alright, I don't need a lot. I just need to be able to test this. But since we're here, let's just grab a full load. Alright. We're going to get lost under the map. I can see me getting lost under this map really freaking easily. I'll go to work Monday and I'll say, "What'd you do over the weekend?" "I got lost under the map. I couldn't find my way out." We're going to have to put some signs down here. Alright, can I... I'm going to have to move this out It's going to be back too far. Yeah, we're going to have to move this trigger. Let's make sure it works, and then we can move the trigger. Oh, come on. All right, I'm going to have to. I got to move the trigger. So it's either up too high or down too low. It's probably up a little bit too high. All right, let me. Crap. We're gonna have to do this all over again. So I can't. It's not going to work with an existing save. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, I definitely see getting lost. We're going to have to put some signs in. I will definitely be lost underneath there. All right, unfortunately, we're going to have to do this again. All right, so let's go File, Import. Let's import back Railroad Silo 2 back in. We're going to have to adjust the triggers. I need the coordinates. So let me copy that to here. Alright, so we're going to have to... Alright, so let's take the grate first, if I can get it. Yeah, let's slide the grate out. Actually, why does it have to be hidden back under there? Let's pull it out about halfway. Why does it have to be back there at all? Let's pull it out over here. I'm going to leave that little opening there, but I'm going to put this here, I think. And then let's grab the discharge pipe. Let's swing it, to 90. Let's bring it back this way. Now, is that pipe going to be in the way? This will be a good test to see if that pipe's going to be in the way. So now we go to Railroad Silo 2. So I need loading trigger 4 can now come over here. I'm going to have to move that pipe. Alright, I'm going to leave the trigger here. I'm going to move the pipe, I think. So the discharge pipe has to come over this way a little bit. And then the trigger, just in case you want to load your vehicle down here for some reason. Let's grab this trigger. We'll pull it over. Alright, so that one's fine. It's the one that we dump in that needed adjustment. So it is this one. So let's pull this one over. I think it's too high. Yeah, let's pull it down a little bit. Let's go see how far the other one is off the ground. So how far is this one off the ground? Up just a hair. Okay. So now where is the other one? Under the road. Back this way. Let's try it there, and if not, we're going to have to spawn it back in and test it again. So Railroad Silo 2. Let's go File, Export. Railroad Silo 2. Save, yes. I can delete it out of the map. And then we have to save the map. Let this save. Alright, I'm going to have to open up. I'm going to end up renaming these. It's just going to confuse the heck out of me. 0, 0, and 0. And save. Alright. Let's try that again. Let's load all the mods. I'm going to have to get creative. I'm going to have to come up with some kind of lighting for underneath there. I'm going to have to come up with some signs for underneath there. So let's try this again. Let's grab some cash. Let's grab some speed. And let's run back there again. Especially if you get all the way around and you're on the other side of the map. You're never going to know where you're at. Alright, let's try this again. Store delivery mod. Under trucks. Oh, not the tanker. Unimog. I don't need a bigger engine. We're just going to grab it like it is. Let's grab the tipper. And we'll up the capacity. And let's grab a small snowblower. Let's try this again. You definitely cannot get a tractor trailer in here. I've tried. And I can't make the roads or the openings any larger. So you're going to have to use either the Unimog or like a small dump truck if you want to use a front loader and not the snowblower. You can get a wheel loader in here. You can get a small dump truck in here. You just can't get a large tractor trailer in here. Alright, cool. So we have enough room to get under the pipe. I may have to take the collision off the pipe. I may go in and take the collision off the pipe anyway, just in case you want to get something taller in here. This way you can be able to drive right through the pipe. Alright, our coal should be back here. It's only, yeah, thank God it's a 4X and not a 16X. You're definitely going to be doing some driving down here. All right, we got to take that little hump out right there. Let's get the pipe out. Not that we need 500,000 liters to test. Now, I'm going to have to get a roof on the above the roads. So we don't see straight up like that to the sky. Can I get the dump signal this time? No. Yes, I can. Perfect. Not that I need all this, but let's just dump it all in. Alright, now, let's see if we can get the coal. We should be able to get the coal back out. Yep. So I can get the coal back out. Oh, I gotta move that trigger a little bit. Trigger's off just by a little bit. Alright, so I'm just gonna move that trigger, or move the pipe in a little bit. Alright, now, let's go up top for a minute to the railroad silo. Oh, I can't teleport to that. Let's teleport over here to Mammoth Mill then. Alright, so that is this train. That's the south train. So the north train, let's do something. Let's rent the north train for a minute. So let the train catch up to us. Let's go... I don't know if anything that I have along here needs coal. You don't need coal. You don't need coal. And the cement factory doesn't need coal. We need the south train. You don't need coal. You take diesel, I believe. I've got nothing along here on the south loop right now that needs coal. Yeah, we do, the power plant. Let's go across the map. Are you the power plant? No, you are Silo 2, which we don't have anything in yet. You're the power plant. So let's buy... where is it? Where's the thing to buy the power plant? Well, that's a problem. Where do we buy Donald's Energy at? First problem with the map. Can't buy it. It's probably under the map. I'm going to have to fix the trigger. I can't buy Donald's Energy. So I can't bring coal to it. We don't own it, do we? Maybe we... No, we shouldn't own it. So how the hell... Alright, I'm going to have to fix the trigger. It's probably under the map. Here's where the coal goes. I just can't buy the factory to dump coal in it. Trigger probably ended up spawned in under the map. So we'll have to fix this. Alright, let's get back over here for a minute. Alright, we'll have to jump in game and fix that. So let's go back on this side for a minute. Train is coming in. Oh, can I rent the north train? Or the south train? That's the north train. What factories do we have? Oh, let's rent the south train instead. We'll wait for that train to catch up. Let's rent that train for a minute. Let's come over here. And let's buy... Now, can we buy Mammoth Mill? Yes, I can. So let's buy Mammoth Mill, because I know that takes coal. So now we have to wait for the south train to catch up to us. Let's get the north train out of the way. Eventually we'll have train crossing signals in here. Alright, so where's the south train out on the map? Oh, it's coming to us. Alright, it's not that far away. What's holding up traffic? There's no train. Train's back out of the way. So why are you stopped? Oh, because my truck is underneath the map. Our truck is underneath the map, and it's going to stop traffic. I didn't even think about that being a problem. So it's sensing our Unimog right below us. So we're going to have to get the Unimog out of the way. Let's see if we just let's see if we put it in here, will it be off the road far enough to not to mess with the traffic? So now we can come back up here. Okay, so that don't park your car, don't park your vehicle under the map under the road, or you're not going to be able to. You'll stop traffic. All right, so let's go to the first car, which is the first one behind the engine. We have to remember to open the cover. Why am I getting two open covers? I don't know, but let's see. I should be able to get a fill me now for coal. Alright, so why is that? No, why am I? So let's jump back in here a minute. And let's open up that cover. I don't know why I have two covers. Alright, so why am I not getting a signal here to load coal? Because it's too far over to the right. Maybe. Okay, why am I not being able to fill coal? Oh, start filling. Perfect. Right there. Let me turn these off. Start filling, fill coal. Perfect. I got to adjust that up a little bit taller. So I'm going to have to adjust the trigger so it's higher up off the ground, so it's touching the pipe. That was kind of funny, yeah, that it senses the truck underneath the map. That should be good for our little test. So if we come up here, we should be able to dump coal into our factory. Right there, perfect. Back up a hair. All right, awesome. I don't need all of it, but you need a little bit of a test. So this should now have coal. It does, 252,000 liters, perfect. Since we're right here, does this take coal? I can't remember if does the carpentry mill need coal? I can't remember. It does. Oh, so yeah, this is going to be awesome. So you'll be able to actually have a train that actually has a function to it. All right, let's get out of here. So let's figure out why my trigger ended up underneath the map for Donald's energy. So that's going to be, so I don't need to make any adjustments on this side. I don't think I saw anything that needed to be adjusted. Let's run over to Donald's energy first and figure out where our trigger is. Probably under the map. Alright, so let's go File, Import. What did I put it under? Power? Power. Let's bring Donald's energy in. I'm going to need, right here, these coordinates. And it's going to be 180, 0, 180. So 180 and 180. Where is your trigger to buy the factory? Right there. Okay, so it did go under the map. So we're going to have to move it out onto this little grassy area. So we have to take the player trigger? Yes, the player trigger. So the player trigger has to come on solid ground. So I just need to move it here. So shift and copy, and then the marker has to be on top of it. So now we take Donald's energy. We go File, Export Selection with Files. We override Donald's energy. And then I can take it, delete it out of the map, and we just have to go in and zero it out. I want to get this area over here landscaped, where our warehouse is and our fishing is. But let me minimize this for a minute. Let's go, before I forget, let me go to Placeables, power. Donald's energy. And let's zero it back out. And we'll save it. Alright, so now next time we go in game, that should have the proper trigger. Now, we didn't drive all the way down here to see if we can get in here. I think we should be good. I think we should be able to squeeze through there. Let's get it decorated and we'll give it another test. Alright, I think we're good. Let's grab Meadow, Harvest Ready, limit textures to grass. And let's just get a little bit of grass in here. Just so we can get some trees and stuff in here. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Let's grab a little bit of grass in here. Just enough so I can get some trees back here. I'm not sure what's going to go back here yet. So I don't want to put too much back there yet. And then, yeah, I can just fill all this in with some grass. If we get grass underneath the map, I can just go back in and delete it out. It's really weird doing this without the buildings here. Alright, we're going to have to go to, let me do a couple things. Let's go to square, have to go back to subtract. And I'm going to have to pull some of this grass back out. More grass on our platform? No, but we missed some over here. Alright, that'll work. Do we get grass? Yeah, because I did not underpaint this. So this grass has to come out. This has to get underpainted with either dirt or gravel. And there's no grass under there. Okay. I need a full, let me come down here for a minute. So I can slide one of these transform groups of trees down. Matter of fact, I can pull this right up to the corner. So let's just put a little bit more grass in here. Just there for now. And I can pull this guy down to about here. It's off the road far enough. And then let me pull another one just there. And alright, almost have enough grass. And then this one we're going to have to adjust a little bit. So this one I'm going to go short because it's not going to be a full set. I'm going to take this one tree and we're going to have to move it out of the way. I'll throw it there. I think I'll want my pine tree. Let's grab this pine tree. That's the one I want. So let's grab that pine tree. I'm going to stick it there for now. I want to grab one of these large trees. This guy. I want that one. Right there. And we'll take a couple of these pine trees. And we'll put just a few around for now, because I don't know what else is going to go in this area. So I don't want to put too many of these in yet. Only to have to rip them out later. Let's just get a few back here. Let's duplicate this guy. I think I want to put a few along here. Actually, what transform group are you in? You're in that full transform group. Alright, I want the one I messed up, this one. I'm going to rename this extra instead. Because I'm going to grab this tree here. We're going to put a few of those in as well. I want a few of these like along here. And then we're going to take this tree. We're going to put just a few of these in. Throw one there, I'll throw one here. Alright. Let's do a save. I want to see what this looks like in game. I want to grab a couple screenshots of what he built so far today. You know what? I'll be right back. I need to check on the crock pot. So I'm going to throw you on and be right back. Give me a minute or two, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I just needed to turn it down a little bit. Alright, let's jump back on window. Alright. Let's jump in here. Delete save game 8. Oh my goodness. Sorry if I coughed in your ear. I couldn't get my mute button quick enough. No, we don't want that map. We want this map. Yeah, the meatballs were pre-cooked. I had pulled them out of the freezer. I forgot to defrost them, so I threw them in the crock pot frozen with some gravy. I started it on high just for them to defrost, and now I just turned it down to warm, so they just stay warm from now till dinner time. Alright, jump back in here. So let's check Donald's Energy. So we should have a trigger back here now to buy this. Yes, so this right here. So now we can buy Donald's Energy. What else did we... Let's jump down here and see what our decorations look like. I know it's not complete. Let's grab a little bit of speed. Let's grab a little bit of flight. Alright, so we have a floating skeleton yet. So Animal Products Warehouse. And then we have fishing in the map. Grab that. And then we have, I got the slaughterhouse and hen house in. I just took a screenshot of these earlier. So they're in. And then we got 2 railroad silos in. We got all of our mining under dug and in. I'm wondering if we should drive the Unimog all the way back here to see if we can get under that last area. Yeah, let's drive the Unimog back in there one more time. And then, I think, what time is it? It's 2:30. I got a little bit of time before dinner. So I want to get, let me flip my page back. So, Wonder Worms and hatcheries in, fish processing's in, apiary. Never mind, we're going to work on the apiary instead. But let's make sure we can get the Unimog all the way back in there. So yeah, this is the gravel. Yeah, this is the gravel mine. Almost have everything that I wanted to. The only thing I'm not going to get to today is the clay mine, the salt mine, the silt mine, and the stone mine. So I'm not going to get the rest of the mining in today, unfortunately. Let's turn flight off. Let's grab store delivery mod. Oh, good. We'll just lease everything. We should have enough cash. Trucks, Unimog. Oh, don't have enough money. Ha ha ha. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, no, I had enough money. I thought it wanted me to buy it. Alright. Thought I had enough money. Lease this guy. And we'll lease the snowblower. Alright, let's make sure we can get all the way back into that other mine. Again, massive shout out to Papa Smurf for letting us release this to the players. I'll thank him later on Facebook when I get it posted. Now I'm seriously thinking about moving all of the mining under the map. Now that double triggers work. We don't need any of the mines up top. We can bring every single mine down below. Let me sleep on it. Yeah, I got a couple of humps here and there that I'm going to have to come in and flatten out. Most definitely. Yep. Thank you so much, Papa, for the Unimog. Absolutely. He's asked me last week if this map's ready for testing yet. I'm going, not even close, unfortunately. If I didn't have to work these freaking mandatory Saturdays, I'd have more time to work on it. Takes longer to do things when you have a job. Yeah, unfortunately. It's nice to have the extra money, but I really hate the hours I'm putting in. Because by the time I get after I spend 9 hours at my computer at work. Well, about 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours on my computer at work. So by the time I get home, the last thing I want to do is turn the computer on and work in the editor. Alright, perfect. So we can get in this opening. Can we get in this opening? A little bit hump there we got to flatten. Oh yeah, plenty of room. Plenty of... Oh, I got all these trigger markers under the map we're going to have to fix. Darn it! I'm going to have to spawn every one of these factories in and fix these triggers. All three. Wonderworm, the hatchery, and fish processing. I'm going to have to fix these triggers. Glad we drove back here. This area here is the warehouse, so the warehouse triggers are fine. A little bit of grass here we have to get off of that wall, but I'm going to have to fix the triggers on the three new factories. You know what? Let's take care of that before we move on to a new project. Actually, what triggers are they? They are the wrench. So which one is the wrench? I can figure that out in the XML. So the wrench for all three factories we have to adjust. That's the trigger where you buy the factory, correct? Is the wrench? Yep, we got to fix all three factories. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing we went back there. So I like to fix the errors as we go because it's much easier than trying to fix 100 errors when you're testing the map. I'm sure Dixie's going to break a lot of shit because this map is so involved, especially with all the placeables that are going to be built in. All right, let's pull in placeables, fishing. Let's pull in Wonderworm. All right, I need its coordinates. Wonderworm. Let's grab that. So we're going to be 0, 90, and 0. So it's going to be 0, 90, and 0. Okay. So let's go File, Import. Let's bring in the hatchery. So the hatchery is going to be 0, 0, and 0. So I don't have to do anything with that guy. Ooh. Let's go File, Import. Let's bring in fish processing. And then let's grab these coordinates. It's going to be minus 180, 0, 180. Minus 180, 0, 180. Okay, perfect. So now it is, I gotta sneeze. Oh my goodness. Alright, Wonderworm. It is, now which one is it? It's the one with the wrench. So let's look at placeables, fishing, Wonderworm. It's the one with the wrench. So the icon wrench. So it's this one that we have to fix. It's the player trigger marker. Okay, so we got to fix the player trigger markers on all three of them. So silo, player trigger marker. Yes, it's because we undermined the platform, it now spawns in under the ground. So there's one easy fix for it. I just got to pull it over here off the ground, or onto solid ground. Now the question is, where do I want to put it on the solid ground? I don't want to put it, let's just move it to the other side to tracks. So I need to go Shift and C, and then this guy, Shift and V. So now we take Wonderworm that we made a change to it. I go File, Export Selection, Wonderworm, overwrite that. Alright, let's go to the hatchery. And it's also going to be the player trigger. It needs to go on solid ground. So let's push that again. Let's just push it into the grass. Shift and C, player trigger marker, Shift and V. So we take the hatchery, we go File, Export, Hatchery, right? Am I on the hatchery? Yes. Save. Alright, let's go to fish processing. We got to do the same thing. So fish processing, we need to fix the player trigger. Yes, because it's not on solid ground. So let's bring it over here. So, missed it. Shift and C. Shift and V. Alright, so we take fish processing. We go File, Export, fish processing, save. And we overwrite that one. So now I can delete out Wonderworm, we can delete the hatchery out, we can delete fish processing back out. Now we're going to have to zero them out though, now that we made changes to them. Save that. Hatchery. I'm going to go 0, 0, 0. Let's save that. And then Wonderworm. 0. And we save that one. Alright. So they'll all spawn back in correctly. Okay, so we have, since we have the slaughterhouse henhouse right here, all the fishing right here, the animal products warehouse is right here, I want to keep the apiary close to this, and we'll probably put maybe 2 of them in or 3 of them in along the train. Because if we look at, no, where did I put them? Under animals? Yes, so if we look at the apiary, what's the input for the apiary? Clover? We could deliver clover with the train. So we should put it along the track. I would love to put them here in the middle. We could. We can utilize this space right here for a couple of apiaries, but I could still move the triggers maybe over here along this little section here to save space. Because right now this is wasted space. So should we do apiary like apiary 1, apiary 2, apiary 3, and then put triggers along the track? Or we could even put 1 trigger back here and 2 triggers over here. I think I actually like that idea. So let's do this. Let's rip the grass out. Let's rip the grass out. We could put it back just as easily as we took it out. Alright, let's go File, Import, Placeables, Animals, Apiary. And let's actually rename it this time. Apiary. Now, like, we could do double triggers. Let's turn it this way so it's facing forward. So we can actually do 3 of them, I think. Oh yes, I'm so glad I decided to use this space instead of wasting it. Let's put 1 there. Let's put 1 here. And let's put 1 here. Oh, definitely. Alright, so the first one. Where are my triggers? Okay, so that is that one. It's not the one I want to work with. I want to work with the first one first. Oh, you know what? If I move these triggers, I'm going to have to do apiary 1, apiary 2, and apiary 3, which is fine. Because the triggers are going to be different. I can't use the same building. So I'll need 3 I3Ds and I'll need 3 XMLs. Alright, so we have our selling station here. It does not have a warning stripe. But I still want to do, so let's grab this set of warning stripes. Let's duplicate it. And let's bring a set over here And we can make this a little bit smaller. So we'll have a set here, and then we have back to our selling station. All right, let's pull it in and get it there. And then we have to take our unload trigger. Let's come over here for a minute. Let me grab, before I mess with that trigger, let's go to the train unload pits. I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to bring one over here. I'll probably use 3 of these. Let me take my speed down. Let's see. I'm a little disappointed that I won't get all of the mining in the map, but I'm super excited that we'll have all of the slaughterhouse, the hen house, and the fishing, and all the, basically all the animal stuff in the map. Yeah, so let's put one there. Let's put one here. And we'll put another one back here. So let's turn this guy. Alright, so now we can go back to our first apiary. And we could take, let's go back to our trigger. So there's our unload trigger, perfect. So let me duplicate that trigger. And we'll bring it up over here. And then I could actually take this train pit. We can make it a little smaller. So our unload trigger is here. And I'm going to want an unload trigger marker. So let's duplicate that. And let's drop it here. So we'll be able to drop off here with the monorail if you want to use the monorail, or you'll be able to dump here with the truck if you want to dump with truck. So that will be apiary, let's call it apiary 01. I don't think I need to move any more triggers. No, because we're not going to undermine this. We're going to leave it like it is. So let's go File, Export Selectable Files. We're going to call it, I'm going to call it Apiary 01. And let's save that. And then let me close this. We're going to rename this Apiary 01. Let me open it back up. Alright, so this is going to be Apiary 01. 01. And I got to change the i3D to Apiary 01. No, it is, the pathing is different. It's going to be placeables, animals. Placeables, animals. And then the store picture, placeables, animals. And then the apiary i3D. So this will be apiary 01. We're going to have to fix the selling station for double triggers. So let me import in, what do I want to copy? Let me copy the coal mine, because that's one I've been copying. Let's go to mining. I'm completely blind. Mining, let's open up the coal mine. Let's come down here. The selling station I need to duplicate. It's what we have to copy. So selling station, let's put the new one in. The old one, I'm going to make it not load. And then we're going to change it to Clover and Crate. And this is going to be, so unload trigger and unload trigger 2. So unload trigger, so that one stays I don't need to rename that. But we do have to put an unload trigger 2 in. Is there a AI node? There is not. But I'm going to need one now. Oh, there was one in there. Okay, so the AI node I have. We have unload trigger. We do. I just need to add unload trigger 2. So let's copy this. We'll paste it in. So this will be unload trigger 2. So unload trigger 2 is where? Down here. So that is going to be 12 and 3. And then we have to add in another loading icon. So this will be loading marker 2. So we take the first loading marker, this will be marker 2. Marker 2 is 12 and 4. So the last thing I need to look at is the AI unload trigger node. Do I need a second one? Did I put one in for the coal mine? But I haven't tested both triggers yet. I may have to add a second unload trigger node. That's going to suck because I'll have to add one in for every single factory. We could test one apiary to see if it works. Maybe they'll run off the same node. We'll see. We'll see if they run off of the same node. So we have our unload trigger, we have our unload trigger 2, we have our trigger marker 2. So mod description. Actually, no, we'll just come over here. So it is going to be under, what's it under? Animals, placeables, animals, apiary. So let me make a space under here. Let me copy this. We'll paste this one in. And this will be apiary. Um, 01. Save that. Let's go to placeables. And on the same thing, I'll just make a... Oh, crap, not what I wanted to do. I need to come over here and make a gap. Let's copy and paste. APIARY 01. Apiary 01. And now our location. Copy that to here. My height. Let's change the height. Since it's not exactly 120. And we'll grab this coordinate, drop it here, and then we are 0, 90, and 0. Save that. So apiary 01 should spawn in right there with duplicate triggers. We'll actually test both triggers when we come in to test this. Alright, so apiary 2. So let's actually name this apiary 02. And we'll do the same thing. So let's take this set of warning stripes. You know what? It'll be easier to... Hang on, let me delete this one. Let us delete that one, because most of our work is already done. I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to pull it over here. And we just have to move this trigger back. We'll name this one 02. So I just need to go to selling station. We need to bring the second marker, or the second trigger back here. And we need to bring the unload trigger marker back here. We can make this guy smaller. So our train unload pit, yeah, we can make smaller. Alright, perfect. So now we take apiary 2. We don't need to make any more changes to it. So we have our duplicate trigger. So let's go File, Export Selection with Triggers. Let's go apiary. Let's just add a 2 on here. Save this one. Then I will duplicate this one again. And we slide this one down to here. We call this one 03. Let's make this smaller first. That'll work. So now we just take apiary 3. We take this trigger. We bring it back here. And the unload trigger marker. Drop it there. So that'll be for apiary 3. Shouldn't have to make any other changes to it. So let's go File, Export Selection with Files. We're going to name this one 3. Save it. So those are our 3 apiaries. So now it's just rinse and repeat. So let's go to our mod description. Add 2 more in. I got to straighten this up or it's going to drive me nuts. So this one becomes number 2. That becomes number 3. We go to, let's just get this one done first. Copy that, paste it in twice. So you become number 2, you become number 3, you become number 2, you become number 3. And I should only have to change one number, which is which one? 1808 stays the same. This number changes. So let's copy that to here. And then number 3, I need this number here. Save that. So that's done. That's done. Now we go to apiary 1. Let's copy it, paste it in. You become number 2. We paste it in. We rename it. You become 03. Alright, so apiary 2 and 3. I need open. Alright. So you become 02. You become 02. You become 02. And then you become 03. 03. And 03. We save that. So that should be all of our apiaries in and working. Now, we need a road in and out. Alright, so let's back up a second. So we're going to come in here, we're going to drive in here. If you come in by truck, you're going to deliver your goods here. I believe we left enough room to drive through here and around this way. I'm thinking about putting a road out from here out. Oh crap, let's just bring them in. Let's go, let's just do it. Let's close that. Alright, let's go File, Import. Let's bring in placeables, fishing. Let's bring in fish, let's bring fish processing back in. I know, I should have left these in. Where's my fish processing? Right here. Minus 180, 0. Minus 180, 0, 180. Minus 180, 180. Yeah, I believe we could bring a road in here. Let's just bring them all in. Let's bring in, let's go File, Import. Let me bring in, let's bring the hatchery. Let's just bring all 3 of them back in. Let's bring the hatchery back in. We'll grab this. And rotation's easy, 0, 0, 0. And let's go File, Import. Let's bring Wonder Worm back in. And it's going to be 0, 90, and 0. Oh, crap, did it again. Zero 90. 0. Yeah, I think we can get a road through here. I know we can drive past the warehouse. Oh crap, let's just bring it in. Let's just do it right. Let's go File, Import. Let's bring in Placeables, Storage. If we're going to do it, we might as well do it right. Let's bring in Animal Products Warehouse. And we'll just grab its coordinates. 0, 90, and 0. And we'll rotate it to 90. Yeah, we can definitely get a, well, if I can't put a road on the curve because I can't put a train crossing signal on the curve. But we can come around here, we could drive through here. So I could put a train crossing signal here. And then we could drive through here. So let's take out some grass here. Yeah, let's take out some grass here for a minute. Let's go to round, and we're on dirt. So let's put a road. Oh, no, paint tool, old man. Let's put a road in through here. Want to be able to drive through here. Oh, come on. Now we can put our grass back. Alright, so I'll be able to drive. Now let me take that little bit of grass out here so it's not underneath. Alright, perfect. So we can drive through here. So we can come in here. Let's make this so it's not green. So we can come in here, I can drive through here, we can drop our stuff off here if we're coming in here with the truck. We can come across here, we can come up here, we can drive around this way. Perfect, and now we'll need a road out this way. Oh, that's actually going to work out really well. So let's take out some grass here. And then we'll grab ourselves a dirt road. Let's come back this way. It's a dirt road, it doesn't need to be perfect. Now, do I want to go out between these trees? Let's go out between these trees. So let's take the grass out of here. And we can take our road and bring it out here. Perfect. So now we need access to, let me flatten this out a little bit. So let me go to replace 120. And let me flatten this out right here a minute. So there was a little bit of a hump right there. Alright, so now we need, so our pallets are going to spawn out here if you're going to pick them up by truck. So we need a place to drive through here. So our pallets are going to spawn out here. And then we're going to have to continue around. Now, do I want to put in, yeah, let's just do it. So let's take out the grass here for now. I'll go back to subtract. Let's pull the grass out from here for now. And let's take this road and we'll push it through here. Now we're going to need to be able to pick up, we're going to have to be able to pick pallets up over here if you're using a truck. So let's go that way. And then we're going to need to be able to bring product in. So we're going to need, grass, not grass, old man. Dirt. We're going to need some dirt here. And I'm going to need some dirt over here. So you'll be able to back in here and dump off by truck. Now to keep the grass out from these guys, let's go to square for a minute. And let's just underpaint this real quick. Just to make it a little bit easier. Yeah, that'll work. Underpaint this one. Awesome. So these will be in. We'll have our road network. Now, I'm going to do a little bit different. So let's fix this dirt road over here so it's all the way through. And then we can add some grass back. Let's put some grass back here. Let's put some grass back here. I'm going to strategically do this. I'm going to bring grass around this way. And in front of it here, come over here for a minute. Let's put grass out front. Throw a little bit of strip of grass up this side for now, because I can put a tree or two in here now. And let's fix the grass along here. Alright, now we can put some flowers in over here. Actually, I want a little bit of grass across the front, and then we can put flowers in. Alright, perfect. So now we can grab, get my camera so I can hit all of this. Let's go down to deco foliage, cornflower. Bees need flowers. And now let's change this to round. And let's grab some daylily. Throw some of that in. Oh, what else do we have that's colorful? Is it the paper roads? No. Tall white wheat. Oh, we could throw some tall white wheat in there too. Let's grab some tall white weed. We can wiggle some of this through. And now let's go back to, is it the cornflower or is it daylily? Oh, daylily. Alright, that'll work. Just to get some color back there for the bees. So now I can grab, let's grab one of you. Come on, give me the tree. Missed it twice. There we go. I wanted a free floating. Sometimes it's hard to get free floating. I'm going to throw a couple of those in. I'm going to grab one of these. Oh, didn't want to do that. I just wanted to slide it over so I can make it free floating. It's much easier to put them in when they're free floating. Let's throw in there. We'll throw one there. Not sure what I'm going to do back. I don't want to put any trees or anything back here because I'm not sure. What I may end up doing is putting a long, skinny field in back here. So I'm going to leave that open for now and leave my options open for that area. But now we can go back to meadow, harvest ready. We can fill some more of this in right here. And I think this area is going to be done. So we have all the rest of our animals in today, which is awesome. Hen house, slaughterhouse, warehouse, fishing, bees. Perfect. All right, so we have, we can delete all these out now. Let's save the map. We have to go into, so we have to open up Apiary 1. And we got to zero it out and save it. Apiary 2. I'm going to need to, exactly. We are going to head back into the map. We definitely need a new screenshot. I will save that one. Oh, yes, save. All right, I'm going to open that back up and make sure it's saved. Let's make sure it's all zeros. It is. Okay. And then Apiary 3. Again. Oh, 0, 0. Perfect. So let's save that. And then Apiary 1, since we're not using this one, I'm going to delete them out. So we just have Apiary 1, Apiary. That takes a little bit. It doesn't help in file size, but it helps a little bit on file size. Are we good? I think we're good. Let's jump in game and make sure the apiaries are going to spawn in without any errors. And we could check the triggers to see if both triggers work. Or if I'm going to need the other AI, the other node. I may have to put that other node back in. Let's turn this on to see if it's going to load with any errors. I'm going to load, let's just load all the mods. We'll see what errors pop up other than mods. Those two warnings we can ignore about the duplicate triggers. Perfect. So the only errors we have are the train crossing signals that aren't in the map yet. Alright, let's grab... I'm going to need let's just grab the Unimog because I'm going to need something to dump Clover with anyway. So let's grab trucks. We'll just grab the bigger engine this time. Let's lease this guy. And we'll grab the tipper for it. Let's go pick it up at the store. And let's head up to our new area that we've been working on all day. Oh, I need to adjust this pedestrian spline so there's not as many people on it. Unless you like all the people, we'll leave it like it is. That is probably my favorite feature of the whole map right now, that waterfall. Or that fountain, I should say. Seriously thinking of taking this little bit of sand out right here and putting the clay pit right here. So we have enough sand on the map. I don't need that little area right there. And I'll figure out a way to hook it into the train. Let's see if our new road system is going to make sense. So if we come back here, we could drive around this way. Yeah, we could. And then we can come through here. I could put a train crossing signal in. We can come back around this way. You can load all of your triggers here. And then we can come out this way. Perfect. Alright, let's throw some cash in here. Let's see if these triggers are going to work. Let's buy this one. Let's buy this one. I'm hoping both triggers work. Let's jump in here. Let's add in a little bit of clover. If I can find it. Right there. Perfect. So let's test out the first one. I guess I didn't need to buy all three. If the first one works, then all of these will work. Perfect. So we can dump a little bit of clover in here. And then I can dump a little clover in over here. Well, with the train, but I can still dump it in with the truck. Just want to make sure this trigger is going to work. Okay, perfect. So this trigger will work with the train. So both triggers will work. I don't need that other node. So you can deliver there with the train your clover. All these signs are going to be changed once I name the map. I'll have to go in and fix all the signs. Let's grab flight. Let's grab a little bit of speed. Oh, I'm loving this map so far. I'm definitely falling in love with this map. The more I build it, the more I have time to work on it. The more I'm falling in love with it. And now let's make sure everything over here makes sense. So we can come through here. We can definitely dump off stuff here. So there's plenty of room for your tractor trailer there. And come around this way. Yep, we can come up here, and then the same thing. So we could back our tractor trailer in with animals right here. And then we can drive back out. Perfect. I'm hoping I don't have to use this space right here, and we can get a long skinny field in right here. And then same thing on the back side. I'm hoping I can get a long skinny field on the back side as well. So we'll figure out a way to get a road back here if we do. But I'm really hoping, same thing back here, that I can get a nice long skinny field in. Oh, this thing is... Alright, Papa Smurf, this thing needs a little bit of work. It spins out a lot. Really easy. Yeah, we should be able to get a nice long skinny field in back here as well. And then I'm not sure what we're going to do with this area here yet, but I'm hoping to get factories all along here until we get to those mines. Alright, let's get out of here. It's going to be very awesome. It is. It's going to be a nice map to play on. Alright, so this area is done. What time is it? 3:30. So I have about a half an hour before I want to get out of here for dinner. We're going to do it. There's a ton of sand on this map. So let's go to terrain detail height. And I want to go to subtract. We're on subtract. Why am I not? Why is my sand not? Oh, because I'm limited to grass. Let's take that off. Alright, let's get all this out of here on this side. We are going to put our silt mine over here. Since we got plenty of sand. You're going to be digging sand for years. So let's just get this out of here. Hell, this is such a big space, we may be able to get 2 mines in over here. So all that's out of here. Let's turn that off for a minute. That's when I get crashes a lot of times when I leave that on. So because you have sand all the way along here, take my speed up. So we have sand over here on this side of the road, plus you have sand all along here. The entire beach area has sand. All along here, and all along here. You'll have enough sand. You'll probably sell all of the sand off and buy the entire map. Alright. Now that all that's out of here, let me do a quick save. I'm going to have to bring the sand mine in so I can work around it. But I have an idea. So let me import into sand mines just so I know where it is. I know it's across the street, but I need to see the triggers. So let's go placeables, mining. Let's bring the sand mine in. And let's grab its coordinates. Sand mine is this one. Minus 180, 90, minus 180. Minus 180, minus 90, minus 180. Alright, so there's our sand mine. So I know where the triggers are for... Oh, nope, it's backwards. Hold on. What do I have wrong? Oh, not minus 90, just 90. This way I know where the triggers are for the monorail. Alright, so let's come in here. Let's go to placeables. Let's go to mining. Let's open up, actually, let's copy the sand mine. Because it has the extra triggers in that I need for the monorail. I'm going to go File, Export Selection with Files. I'm going to come right back in here. We're going to go Silt Mine. Save that. Close the sand mine. Let's open up the silt mine, and we have to change sand to silt if I can find it. Right here. We've got to change this to silt. So we get the silt texture and not the sand texture. And let's make sure it has the correct texture before we spawn it into the map. So it should have, let me make sure there's no errors. No, we're good. So this here should be silt, and then this over here should now be silt and not sand. So that's correct. Actually, let me cancel that. Let's go sand. Let's rename it silt mine. And we can save it. Alright, so now we have the silt mine. Let's just fix the XML real quick. So let's go copy and paste. Let's rename this silt mine. What do I have open? Oh, Siltmine XML is already open. Do I want to reload it? No. I'm going to close it. Let's close that for a minute. Let's close the apiaries. Let's close the coal mines. Close the apiaries. Close the railroad silo. Let's look at that silt mine again. Make sure I didn't mess it up before I spawn it into the map. So silt mine, and it should have the silt texture and not the sand. Okay, we're good. And then I want silt mine. Alright, now we're good. So let's change sand to silt. Need to change that one. That one. That one, we got to change to i3D. And then we got to change sand to silt. This becomes silt. Water and diesel. This one becomes silt. This one becomes silt. This becomes a silt mine. And let's just make sure I don't have any other sand. It should be the only one that turns green. So I shouldn't have sand anywhere else in here. Nope, which means I have them all fixed. So we just got to fix this one. Alright, so the XML is fixed for silt. Alright, so now we have the sand mine on that side. So let's go File, Import, let's bring in Silt Mine. We're going to throw it on this side. We're going to make some slight changes to it. I'm going to turn it, let's rotate her this way. So we are 0, 90, and 0. Let's bring it over this way. This ground texture has to be changed now. Let's do that first. Let's go to dirt and square. If I don't change this now, it's going to drive me nuts. Oh, wait, is that, what did I do? Okay, is that dirt? It is dirt. It just looks weird with the sand. Alright, let's take this for now and just make it all dirt. Actually, let me do limit texture to sand. And I don't have to be neat. I can just paint. And it's only going to change sand to dirt. Now we can put grass in where we want it, but let me just start off with dirt. I'm going to get it a little bit closer to the road. I'm going to put grass along the road now, I think. Now, do I have sand back here? I do, but I've got an idea. Alright, so let's make some changes to it. I need... Where's this silo at? In here. Alright. Where is... this one? Perfect. So this one, I'm going to leave that one there. Let me duplicate it. Let's bring one over here. Actually, let's bring it back here by the tracks first, so I can get it lined up where I want it. So it's going to need some triggers. And then I'm going to duplicate that again. And let's bring one here. And now I can take, do I want one over there? No. Alright, let's take this guy. Let's duplicate that. So now we could take it to 180, 0, 180. Perfect. So now we could turn it this way. And we'll have to turn it this way a little bit. And make it a little bit shorter. Perfect. And then I will duplicate this again. And let me go. So this one should line up with this one. We have to go a little bit longer. Yep, let's make it a little bit longer. Perfect. So now we could take this trigger, and this trigger can now go back here. I'll have to realign that pipe up. Let me bring the trigger itself over, and then we can realign the pipe. So now I got to find this other trigger. Oh, we got to move both triggers. Okay. So this trigger needs to come over here. So that one will load, so you can drop off, we'll be able to drop off our water and our diesel here with that trigger. And then I need to find this trigger. No. This trigger. So this trigger now needs to come over here. And we can get this guy lined up. Let me take my speed down a little bit. So we can get this guy lined up here. Am I going to have, let me leave the trigger there. I'm going to have to adjust this pipe a little bit. I'm going to have to move the silo back a little bit further. No, I think we should be all right. Let me get it. It's got to go this way a little bit. Right there. All right. So I think those are all the triggers adjusted. So we have... I don't need this warning stripe over here now, because we're not going to have, so this warning stripe I don't need. I'm going to drop it just below the map. We have, let's go back to salt mine. So we have one trigger here where we can drop off by truck, and then so we could drop our water and diesel off here, pick up our sand. And then we can we'll have one trigger up here where we can drop off our water and diesel and pick up our sand, or I mean our silt, with the train. Awesome. So let's take the silt mine. Let's go File, Export selection with files. Let's override the silt line since we made changes to it. Let's get it working. So mod description, mining. Let's copy this. And this one is going to be silt. Let's save that. And then we'll go to placeables, mining. Let's grab this one. So this one will be silt. This one becomes silt. And now we just need to put its location and rotation in. And then it's going to be 0, 0, 0. So that should be our working silt mine. And then we'll put a little bit of silt here on the ground to get us started. I am seriously thinking about putting the salt mine right next to it. and then running the silos back this way. Or do I want to make this all silt and put the salt mine somewhere else? Let's make this all silt. So you have a little bit of silt to scoop up off the ground to get you started. Do I want to put a little bit of grass along the road and get some trees along there? Yes, let's clean this edge up a little bit. So let's go back to okay, let's take that off. Let's go to grass. Let's put some grass back in along here. Just so we can get some trees in here. And then we'll put our opening back in. We'll put our road in. Back that one up. Alright, let's get, you know what, let's get a little bit of bushy bits and stuff and trees along here as well. Let's take that out. Right through there. Alright, so let's get a road in on this side. Let's put it across from that one. Let's go back to dirt. Let's get a road in here. And then we'll throw a road in. Let's throw another entrance in over here then. Let's just match this one. Alright, so that'll work. So now we can get some grass. Back along here. Got to figure out where the salt mine is going to go. Alright, so we got our grass back. Let's grab a set of trees. That one has extra trees in it. That one has extra trees in it. Do I not have a set that doesn't have extra trees in it? Some of them I renamed, some of them I didn't. Alright, that one that seems to not have any extra trees in it. Let me duplicate that one. Let's drag this one down. Oh, that one's messed up too. Let me delete that one out. Let me come up here and grab a set. Or can I grab a full set that's not messed up? If I get this mine in, I'm going to call it a night so I can grab some dinner and get ready for work tomorrow. I have to get up at 3 a.m. Yeah, this is a full set. So let's duplicate this. We'll bring this down. Take it to 0. Are we off the road far enough? I am. So we just got to get it situated where I want it now. We're just going to spread these out a little bit. So this one, will come down here. This one can come down here. And then this guy, I'm going to make another one. Just going to slide him over here by the bridge. Alright, so we got our trees in place. Our mine is in place. It should work. We'll give it a quick test. Alright, let me grab my notebook. Flip my page back around. Alright, silt is 0, 1, and 5. You know what, before I do that, let's do a quick save. Alright, now let me do a couple things. Let's close trees, let's close, let's get clean. Alright, let's go to terrain detail height. 0, 1, and 5 is my silt. And then our height is going to be 6 and 7, our first layer. But let me go to round. Alright, 0, 1, 5, 6, 7. Let's start over here. Okay, why am I not getting... Oh, I got to take a limit to grass off. There we go. I gotta leave a... You know what? I gotta leave room to get in there. Let me back that out. We can still get a truck in there. Yes, you can. Alright. So let's pull this all the way over. And then, yep, we can connect this together here. And then we'll leave that space open so you can drive around it. I can get a little bit closer over here. Alright, now let's go up a level. So I'm going to add heights 8 and 9. So we'll add another layer on top of this one. This is going to save us some space that we can put another factory in somewhere else on the map where the silt mine was going to go. Let's continue this around. I'll come through here, back up this way. And then we can connect these two together. Alright, now we add layer 10. That's going to be our last height. So we can now fill this all in. Now we will have some silt somewhere underground as well. Once we get all the I'm not going to put any of the underground mining products until we get all the factories in and see how many different mines and caves we have to explore. Are we full? Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Now, the silt mine, did I put the silt mine in place in my placeable XML? I did. And just to be sure, did I overwrite to save? Let's overwrite to save one more time just to be sure. Let's go File, Export Selection File, Silt Mine, save it again. Won't hurt anything. So we can delete the sand mine out. We can delete the silt mine out. We have a little bit of sand texture left in there. Let me turn this off. And let's go back to dirt. Let's just fill a little bit of sand in. Alright, let's do a save. We're going to check the silt mine to make sure it's proper, and then I'm going to get out of here for the night. I really appreciate everybody stopping in. Much appreciated. I have another 6-day week coming up, which really sucks. Alright, let's look at the silt mine. And I'm gonna turn that on so I see if it's gonna load. I'm just gonna load all the mods. We'll see if it loads with any errors. Alright, cool. So we are still error-free. Let's see if we have a new silt mine. We have the sand mine. Oh, I have no silt mine because I forgot to zero it out. It's not going to spawn in until we zero it out. Silt mine. It's been a long day. I've been up since like 2 a.m. working on this. Alright, 0, 0, 0, and 0. That's better. Let's save that. Now it'll spawn in. Let me check, see why my phone blinged at me. Couple Facebook messages, nothing pressing. Get out of here, finish dinner. Call it an early night. Jump in here. Now on the map I should have a silt mine. Perfect. Now have our silt mine. And we do have silt, so we got the right bits. So we have our silt. Oh, we got one lonely picnic table over here I need to fix. Or umbrella with surfing. Alright, so I gotta get rid of that one umbrella. Alright, let me grab a little bit of speed. Let's grab flight mode at the same time. Alright, so we should have... Okay, so why is this is turned wrong? Why is that turned wrong? Okay, it's definitely turned wrong. What did I miss? Why are you rotated in the wrong direction? Did I miss something when I zeroed it out? Let's go back. Let's open up the silt line first. Make sure it's all zeros. Okay, so it's all zero. So why is it not spawning in properly? And why do I have two versions open? So let's go File, Import. Let's bring the silt line back in. Let's come over here. Let's grab the coordinates. Maybe I missed it. I did. I missed the rotation. So you got to go to 90. Now, did that change anything? 15, 637, 87, 992, 1880. Yep, I just missed the rotation. So it's got to go to 90 on the rotation. Alright, let's try that again. It should spawn in properly now. I am so glad I finally figured out how to make the duplicate triggers work, because now the map is going to be super interactive. It makes me want to go back and change up Angel Mountain, but if I do that, it would require a new save. Let's try that again. Is my silt line going to be rotated correctly? Yes, it is. So we have our pipe going over there. So let's turn on flight mode, speed mod. Perfect. So we have our silt line over here. We have our extra trigger over here for the train. Perfect. So now we need another screenshot. Let me come this way because I don't have the castle done yet. Let's get the castle out of the shot. Since it's not completed yet. Alright, silt line. In and working. Oh, I'm going to end up with a shot with the castle anyway. That's alright. Let's do another screenshot from over here. Next time we come in, I'm definitely going to fix the castle. Or maybe this week, if I have an extra hour or two and have some energy when I get home from work, I'll get the castle fixed. Alright, I think we're good. I'm going to throw you all on ending soon. I'm going to get out of the game. Sassy One says, looking good. Thank you very much. Again, I appreciate everybody stopping in. And then while I'm here, I'm just going to save the editor one more time and close it. Hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. What's left of it, it is Sunday night. I will probably not be on again until next Sunday unless I can get out a mandatory Saturday. But hope everyone has a great night and a great week, and I'll catch y'all next weekend.